Not strictly true that I haven't done anything this week, because what I have done is discovered something.
Oh yes, what's that?
I've discovered a book. Courtesy...
That's a good link. We should have linked that in before.
We should have done, but we didn't.
We never do good links.
We never do good links. It's kind of a feature of the show.
Yeah.
Courtesy of a website called conjugalfelicity.com. Check them out.
I didn't know that bit. Why is it called conjugalfelicity?
I mean, this is the website that critiques the book. I think it's a reference to a quote in another book that they also critique, I think. Can't remember. Conjugalfelicity.com was running a feature on this book, has been for a few years. It's a book written by a female author called Gloria Tesh.
Which is a great name, by the way.
It is a good name, Gloria Tesh. It sounds like an author's name, I think.
Yeah.
She wrote the book when she was just 13.
Wow, young. Prodigy.
A child prodigy.
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Not so much.
It's an interesting read, by which I mean a hilarious read.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be quite mean, I think, if we were making fun of a 13-year-old's book.
Yeah, that's a bit tight.
She hadn't published it.
Oh.
Self-published it.
Right.
And then written two sequels.
She's still 13.
And then written two sequels when she was older.
Oh, so like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Still pretty young.
A few years after that, saying she was going to make a film of it, age 20.
Age 20?
Yeah.
As in like the age we are now?
Yeah, about age 20. But I mean, obviously, she just self-published a book. It's mental that they would then actually make a film. What? Wow! What? Maradonia! Welcome to the world of Maradonia.
So it got made?
This film got made.
Oh my God.
It stars and was produced by Gloria Tesh in the lead role of Maya. It's quite a complicated plot.
Yeah.
So rather than me tell you what's going on, I thought it'd be quite boring. They do sort of have an intro prologue, so I'll just sort of let him take over, really. So this is the Maradonia.
Since the people of Uganda,
sorry?
and of Maradonia,
Excuse me?
to offer to join
Pardon?
forces with the ruler of the evil empire, King Napoleon, his army attacked the
Evil Empire?
and destroyed Uganda.
I mean, to be honest, the only bit I really got from that was destroyed Uganda, so this sort of sounds like a kind of horrible documentary about Idi Amin at the moment.
Did somebody just leave a hockey game on in the background?
I think that's what happened. I think they were recording the vocals and just sort of forgot that they were doing it in a stadium.
The weird bit about that is there's like stock sound effects of a war.
Yeah.
And then like jeering as if somebody scored a goal.
Yeah, I know. Whoa! Like a Mexican wave.
Brilliant.
So I'll try and fill you in as best as I can, but I really have to specify this film doesn't really have a plot.
Right.
But essentially, there's a kingdom called Maradonia in an alternate universe, which is being tormented by an evil king called King Napoleon. But it's okay, guys, because two children from our world, in a totally not ripped off from Narnia thing,
Right.
are going to venture to the world of Maradonia.
How do they get there?
Through a time tunnel, which is actually a cave.
Oh yeah.
And
they really nonchalantly walked through it as well.
Yeah, they really just went, a cave.
Yeah.
Oh, Maradonia. and save the world, even though by the end of the film they haven't done that or really done anything.
And also, nobody's really explained why the world needs saving.
it's at best ambiguous.
Yeah.
I think because they're willing to destroy Uganda, I suppose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
So the film actually starts with a sort of a weird segment set in New York about 9/11 that bears no relation to the rest of the plot. But we're going to sort of skip over that, and we get to a point where Maya and Joey are two protagonists, played by Gloria Tesh and Michael Rodriguez playing Joey, who is definitely the best actor in the film.
Can we get him on the show?
I'd love to.
He's
I would love to get Michael on the show.
Amazing.
Anyway, we meet the two characters, and when they introduce characters in films, generally what happens is another character, preferably the mother of the main character, will come and describe their character in detail, as you can hear.
You're such a beautiful and intelligent girl, but you're very shy.
Oh yeah, good to know. It's
good that there's sort of children's nursery rhymes playing in the background.
Yeah, obviously. There's not a moment of this film that isn't soundtracked. Anyway, they eventually hit Maradonia through a series of bizarre circumstances. Meet a dwarf, who in the book is a grasshopper. But just sort of, I guess that was too expensive, so they got a dwarf instead.
Yeah.
Who sort of offers some random advice about going to a lagoon and then never appears again. But anyway, the film really gets started when in Maradonia they meet a snake woman.
Oh yes, the snake woman.
Arabella, the snake woman.
Who is played by?
Gloria Tesh's mum.
Yeah, it's a family,
Obviously.
it's a family production. Everyone's in on the delusion.
Everyone's in on the delusion, yeah. So the snake woman offers some sage advice to not go to the lagoon, to follow King Apollyon, and garner some jewelry.
Does this does just to reiterate the point before, bears no resemblance to the Narnia books whatsoever.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any of that. So let's play a clip from this bit because this is one of my favourite parts of the film.
Screw the lagoon. Let's go get some more treasure.
That's Joey.
Go meet this Apollyon
That's
guy.
Joey. You can hear there.
Come on, snake lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's that?
what's that?
Oh, is it stock footage of an eagle?
It's stock footage of an eagle.
Hate this. Don't look. When this eagle is around, always something's going on.
Something good, bad? We don't find out.
I hate him. Come, I hate him. Don't look.
Don't look! Don't look! So much louder. What is the accent she's doing?
I have no idea.
Somewhere between sort of French, Dutch, and Japanese.
Yeah. Anyway, they scare Arabella off, and obviously she never appears again. Because
Does the eagle ever appear again?
no, the eagle never appears again either.
It's never explained why. She hates him!
No. It's never mentioned again.
Okay, cool.
And they meet a new group of people. The fairies.
Oh, yeah.
Some evil fairies from King Apollyon who inexplicably... I mean, King Apollyon is hell-bent on killing Maya and Joey for reasons, again, that aren't quite obvious because they're useless. But we meet the two fairies, and even... There is some competition, even in this film, for the title of worst actor of all time.
Yeah. Not even in the film, but of all time.
Of all time. But I think, and I think you'll agree when you hear it, these fairies win the prize.
Yeah.
Here's their opening gambit.
We have come in peace.
In case you didn't think they were evil enough. Peace.
And then she nonchalantly poisons her, but that turns out fine.
But that's also fine. And then offers this little bit of encouraging bit of advice.
Nothing has kept you so far from reaching the lagoon.
Brilliant. I mean, another wonderful accent there.
Anyway, they decide to leave the fairies because they don't appear to be doing anything. And the fairies strike back the only way they know how.
Oh, yeah.
Is it with horrible CGI fire? Well, yes. But what is it also with? With a monologue. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, listeners at home? Because this is Oscar-winning stuff.
Stop, you fools! We are the fairies of King Apollyon. You are nothing but worms and miserable creatures. Tasted of our powers? Taste our powers? Taste our powers!
And the Golden Globe goes to... Oh, just one more time.
Taste our powers!
Do you know what's wonderful about that clip is several things. One, the line itself is insane.
Yeah.
Taste our powers. And not only is it insane, Gloria Tesh evidently thought that is such a good line, it must be chanted and repeated multiple times.
Yeah. And even, in fact, there's a flashback later on in the film where we see that scene again.
Oh yeah, that's something they do all the way through. I'd forgotten they do that.
Yeah, regular
they
flashbacks.
play back bits. They forget that in films you don't tend to play back stuff you've already seen. That's something reserved for like catch-up bits of TV shows. They just literally stuff that's happened 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
They play back to you. But as well as the fact that line is ludicrous, the delivery is insane.
I mean,
and it ramps up. Like she starts off mental.
You start off going...
Taste our power! And then, taste our power! I mean, it just leaves the realm of human hearing.
Oh, beautiful. Well, we might be coming back to Maradonia later, but I think that's all I can stomach for now.
it's
it's
wicked.
beautiful. Anyway, it's time now to return to the magical world of
Taste my power!
we're back to Maradonia. If you didn't catch it earlier, we're exploring the wonderful world of Maradonia, which is a phenomenal film.
Concocted by Gloria Tesh, maybe the most deluded 13-year-old in the world, who then grew to be the most deluded 16-year-old in the
Who
world,
there now is one of the most deluded 20-year-olds in the world.
who has made a film of her completely ridiculous.
The wonderful
book series.
Maya and Joey, when we last left them, were running away from some fairies, and they come to a village in the valley of Immer. Everyone's pleased to see them. Everyone except for one woman.
We have guests.
I'll bring the nourishment.
She has brought the nourishment for too many guests before.
I'll bring the nourishment. I was like, we have guests.
Beautiful thing. Now there's some really big problems happening in the Valley of Immer.
Oh, like what?
Which well, I'll let the Chief Monticello tell you.
For many years, we experienced that great problems happen every day.
I mean, they are.
I think Gandhi said that once.
I think he did. Yeah, for many years we've experienced that
great
problems happen every day.
Very insightful.
Yeah, it is pretty insightful. So he eventually gives them command of an army for reasons that remain obscure. So Maya and Joey, two teenagers, are now at the head of an army.
Really idiotic teenagers.
Really idiotic teenagers, yeah. King Apollyon is obviously incredibly worried and calls up his best fairies to deal with the threat. What sort of fairies, you ask? Fairies like this one.
Gertrude.
Gertrude. I want that to be a regular jingle. Will you play that again?
Yeah. Hang on, let me get it up again.
It's the dramatic build. Gertrude. Brilliant.
Gertrude brings her best fairies on the chop. She brings Loris, who can kill people with her index finger, and she brings Sierra. What's Sierra's power? Let's find out.
And I also brought Sierra, who can breathe on anything and burn it to flames.
Oh, that's quite worrying. Let's have a test demonstration.
Let me show you how it works.
She doesn't.
And nothing happens.
No, nothing happens.
That's it.
It's worth pointing out as well that in the book, she's described as the most beautiful black woman.
Yeah.
Isn't she?
Which, fortunately, they leave that line out of the film.
They leave the line out of the film, but they do very conspicuously cast a black woman as the character. So it's obviously an important detail that she's the most beautiful black woman.
Anyway, Maya, played by Gloria Tesh, is of course incredibly worried by this threat.
Oh no. No, what do you want?
Oh no.
What do you want?
Thing is, when I originally saw that, I thought that is one of the worst bits of acting I've ever seen. But actually, that's a pretty appropriate response to somebody going, "Let me show you how it works."
I guess so. Anyway, they escape the fairies, obviously, because they're brilliant and the fairies are terrible. But, you know, they're not without their battle scars.
My whole body is still paralyzed from this death experience.
The death
From
experience.
This death experience. I quite often have a death experience.
I wish I was having a death experience.
What's wrong, Rob? I'm just a bit sore today. I had a death experience.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rob. They quickly move on and meet a fellow called Astrodoulos, who promises to give them some protection. What kind of protection?
A shield.
Shield? What kind of shield?
Well, what was that, sorry?
One more time. You see, I remember seeing that when we watched the film, and it's not like the footage goes weird. Like, for some reason, he just goes, what does he say?
He says, blood.
Oh, blood.
Yeah, it's
What?
blood.
It protects you from blood.
Oh, they jump in a lake of blood and it protects them forever. I mean, the film is mental. Go check it out if you can find it.
Yeah,
It's,
Maradonia, it is so
it's a good
funny.
thing. You can find a link to it on theconjugalfelicity.com if you snoop around there for a while.
We'll link it.
We'll link it as well.
I think they might be making a sequel.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, because that film is a great
If
film.
so, I think I would personally fund the cinematic
Yeah, I think
release.
I would. I won't spoil the ending for you, but the ending as well is something special. Anyway, we need to move on. We're going to play an 80s classic as chosen by Rob.
Oh, yes, one of my dad. Shout out to my dad.
Shout out to Rob's dad. This is the Thompson Twins with Hold Me Now.